The Cost of Divorce in Rhode Island by Sophia, Bridget, Tiffany, and Stephanie. The cost of divorce. There are two types of divorce, non-contested and contested divorce. Non-contested divorce is when the couple agrees on all aspects of the divorce, which includes property distribution, child care issues, and support payments. Non-contested divorce is much cheaper than a contested divorce. A contested divorce is when all parties do not agree on all aspects and the parties have to go to trial. The cost of a lawyer. The cost of a lawyer varies case to case due to contested issues and the length of the trial. Divorce court lawyers charge from $75 an hour to at most $450 an hour. Other divorce lawyers can charge a flat rate of a few $1,000s, and that does not include the cost of a trial. Marital property. Your lease is your marital property, and going through a divorce cannot void your lease. Your rights to a rental property are called a leasehold. Typically, if you were married during this rental, you and your spouse will have rights to it and must be divided. State laws regulate all marital property. Keeping your lease. If you and your spouse decide to divide the lease and you are granted the property, you must notify the landlord. Then you must have a written document that you shall be fully responsible for rent, utilities, etc. If the landlord does not agree to take your spouse out of the lease agreement, consider a hold harmless clause, which basically states the spouse that moved out is not held accountable to damages or anything concerning the property. Breaking your lease. If you must break your lease, see if you and the landlord can come to an agreement. If not, see if there is a possibility to sublet your property. Talk to an attorney to get familiar with state laws and such. A buyout clause may be possible for the rest of your remaining lease. What is alimony? Alimony is money one spouse pays to the other to provide support during or after a divorce. In Rhode Island, alimony is sometimes called spousal support. Who gets it? The person who requests the alimony in the divorce will be evaluated by a judge to see if they rightfully need it and if the other spouse has the ability to pay it. Some of the deciding factors in awarding alimony are the length of marriage, the spouse's conduct during the marriage, the age and health of the spouses, their employment situation and income, and their job skills and ability to work. Whether a spouse has custody of a minor child of the marriage and as a result is unable to work enough to earn sufficient income. How long does alimony last? There is no set time for alimony payments to last. Alimony is in place so the receiving party can have time to become financially independent. Either spouse can petition the court to change or end alimony payments at any time. Child care after divorce. Child care. In order for a divorce process to go smoothly and not as painful for the children, most parents decide to enter into joint custody arrangements, allowing the kids to spend time with each parent. Childcare expenses involves a number of expenses such as food, clothing, extracurricular fees, tuition, and more. Who pays for childcare? In the case of joint custody arrangement, which includes both the custodial and non-custodial parent, childcare expenses must be 50-50. Child support is meant to help the custodial parent provide basic care for the children. It is expected that the child support payments must be used to buy food, school supplies, clothing, and other items that the child may need to live a comfortable lifestyle. How much is childcare? Approximately $245,340 from birth to 18 years, according to the latest annual Cost of Raising a Child report from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. The formulas for determining how much a parent pays usually are things like each parent's income, the amount of time the kids spend with each parent, and other costs that each parent pays, like health insurance or daycare. Other child expenses? Daycare and babysitting. In Rhode Island, daycare costs $10,266 a year on average. Daycare centers for a baby or infant is around 222 a week minus diapers, baby food, etc. Extracurricular activities may not be necessary in some cases. Medical expenses. Out of pocket medical expenses are hard to predict. A child may need a costly operation, therapy, or braces, which is not planned for. Childcare and taxes. In a joint custody arrangement, there are tax ramifications of childcare expenses that parents must consider. These are dependent deduction and childcare tax credit. Dependent deduction. Only the custodial parent can claim the dependent deduction, although the custodial parent can choose to waive his or her right to the deduction so that the non-custodial parent can claim it. Child care tax credit. This is a credit for up to $3,000 for one child and up to $6,000 for multiple children. This is a paid child care so that one or both parents can work. It is only available for children under the age of 13. Only the custodial parent can claim the child care tax credit. There is no waiver for this one.